After 2 weeks, there's still time for teams to turn things around or continue to hit their stride towards the middle of the season. Shane right here with my teammate Yanni Caracas for week 3 of the high school football season. Welcome to Football Friday.
At this point, we have a pretty good idea of which teams might be battling for a playoff spot, but there's still a lot of football left to play as we continue into September.
Yeah, a lot of football left to play indeed. Our game of the week featuring 2 teams hoping to fight their way into the postseason as 1-1 Boynton Beach tries to hand Santa Lucia's its first loss of the year. Let's head to Lantana.
These two played a close game last year. Santa Lucia's came back to win 25-22. Opening drive, marching down the field, Chris Siska getting the start at QB, keeps it himself, 6-yard touchdown, 7-0 home team. First play from scrimmage for the Tigers, Jane Golding on the run, shakes some defenders, spins, but coughs up the football. Boynton recovers, but that drive stalls. Speaking of running, what a night for the Chiefs' Kelsey Gerald. This kid is a stud, running hard and fast for the first down. Later in the drive, Siska recovers the high snap. What a heady play. Eyes staying downfield, finds Dallas Crescenzo in the end zone. Just like that, 14-0 Chiefs. Boynton would stop the bleeding. A big 4th down stop here at the goal line to prevent another score. A close 14-6 game at the half, but Santa Lucia's pulls away in the second half. They win 28-6.
A number 5 team in our top 10 list, Jupiter, looking to stay undefeated, hosting Palm Beach Gardens tonight. Warriors up 10-0 late third thanks to their defense. And it's Joe Sermons, a big 6'5 linebacker, comes up with a big sack to get his offense back the ball. It's just what they needed. Next possession, Raul Harris on the handoff, wasting no time picking up some big yards. He has a first down across midfield for Jupiter. And to cap off the drive, it's going to be KJ Larson, the tight end, coming in to run a little wildcat. Meows his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The Warriors stay undefeated. They shut out Gardens 17-0.
All right, hey, look, it's Community Ambassador Mike Lyons doing the coin toss for Dwyer at Mountain Kearney. Nice job, Mike. Both in search of their first win. First half, Tigers driving. Vaughn O'Brien over the middle. A Marion Queen Jr. off to the races. 69-yard house call. Touchdown, Martin County. Coden Brown at QB for Dwyer. He's looking deep down the sideline. Antoine Perry hauls it in for the big gain. Nicely done. Moments later, Brown looking at the other sideline. This time picked off, and it's Queen. He plays both ways, and he's all over that chessboard. But Dwyer returns the favor. O'Brien pressured now. Panics a bit, throws it away. Picked off by the Panthers' Jamarcus Askew III. But Martin County would find the end zone yet again. Paul Hendricks, unbothered, strolling into the end zone. The Tigers holds off Dwyer 17-7.
And out to a rivalry game between 2 private schools, usually the cream of the crop here in our area.
We're talking about Cardinal Newman and Benjamin, but this year these 2 teams started the season heading in opposite directions. Newman 2-0, Benjamin 0-2.
As we mentioned, there are a lot of football left to play. The Bucks are also trying to avoid a 5th straight loss to Cardinal Newman while also looking for their first win of the season. Newman with a 7-0 lead. No Jaden Vega in this game. Charlie Smith filling in, making an impact. Scrambles for the touchdown up the middle. Bucks on the board 7-7. But Newman would march right back down the field. Jermaine Hughley running the option and waits until the very last second to pitch it to Jalen J-Bo Brown, who makes the move for the end zone. Newman back on top 14-7. Benjamin had an answer. Phoenix Donja takes the pitch. He runs hard, puts his head down, barges across the goal line. Extra point miss. It's 14-13 Newman. Ensuing kickoff. And Yanni, you know, when we say ensuing kickoff, you know what that means. It's going back. Zamari Sanders looking like a young Deion Sanders. 85-yard kick return for the touchdown. Then before the half, it's Hughley faking everybody out. Keeps it and scores it. Newman coming away with the win, 34-20.
Always a great game between those two. Garrett Hassais and Forest Hill making the short trip to Lake Worth tonight, up 14-0 at the half. Second half, Remington Rassau fakes the handoff, goes left, turns it back, gets around that edge for a big gain down inside the Lake Worth 5-yard line. 3 plays later, Remington with some good patience dives in for the touchdown to make it a 3-score game. Falcons keep it moving for 2. Remington and Joseph Florio on the conversion, 22-0. Lake Worth trying to get something going. Great job by Kaven Walker, tracks down the quarterback for the big sack. And Walker can do it on offense. You see the sack. How about the touchdown grab in the end zone Forest Hill now 2-0 with the 28-0 victory.
We're just warming up the engines here on Football Friday. We head down south next to South County for a crosstown matchup between Boca and St. Andrews, and we head up to the Treasure Coast. That's coming up next on Football Friday. All right, welcome back. The Westwood at Jensen Beach game postponed tonight after 2 medical scares.
Right before the second quarter ended, a player in Westwood collapsed on the field. Officials treated him there, but he was still taken to the hospital as a precaution.
And during halftime, another Westwood player needed to be treated at the hospital for an unknown reason. With 2 players out, officials decided to end the game right there. Again, medical professionals treated that player, that first player right there on the field. As you can see, medical professionals and ambulance fire rescue showing up to the scene. Again, at halftime, another player. So 2 players in all had to be treated for medical conditions. With those 2 players out, officials did decide to end the game with Jensen leading 35-7. Of course, we do hope those 2 young men are recovering fine tonight.
All right, back to the action. Number 8, Boca Raton making the short drive over to St. Andrews. Second half of this one, Bobcats up 28-20. Looking to extend their lead. Mason Chapman on the slant to Jordan Davis, and Davis is gone. He's got some speed to give Boca a 2-score lead. Jack Williams for Boca swings it out for St. Andrews to Jaron Miller, and down the far sideline, and it's Miller time. A huge game, eventually tripped up just outside the 30-yard line. Same drive, Williams looking end zone, but he is intercepted by Josh Francique. Boca would intercept Williams again in the 4th. That defense holding on for a 35-22 victory.
How about Wellington and Park Vista clashing in Lake Worth tonight? Cobras up 7-0 in this game, putting it to the Wolverines. Deshaun Jackson on the return. He'll get some space here, stays on his feet and goes down finally inside the 5-yard line. And then the toss to Joseph Thomas, who carries and then spins into the end zone. Or did they? They punch it in on the next play, but and then back comes Vista. Elisha Gamble out of the backfield. Nice catch and run to avoid tacklers for the touchdown. And Park Vista wins it. They get their first win, 14-11.
Kings Academy looking to move to 3-0 on the year, visiting Gulliver Prep. First half, Aiden Ramsey absorbing the contact on his way for 6. Going to the air now, Lions with nice play action. Joe Daly to Hudson Champion for the Kings touchdown. Little Karate Kid celebration. Then backed up on their own end. Daly deep to Javian Jones. And Jones all the way down the sideline for the touchdown. Kings with a nice win, 35-15 over Gulliver Prep.
Number 7, Vero Beach continues with a tough schedule this season, hosting Homestead. They're looking for their first win of the season. No score in the first. Gennardi Young going to take the handoff, get right up there in the middle, gets a couple blocks. He's in for the touchdown, and just what Vero needed to start this game. It's 7-0. Late first quarter now, Vero on the attack again. This time, it's through the air. Chap Mons fires to the corner of the end zone. Latravius Woods makes the catch, and the Indians are cooking. It's now 14-0 lead, but Homestead said, hey, we didn't make that 180-mile trip up I-95 for nothing. Malachi Lewis goes across the middle to Dariel Harper, who bobbles the catch and then reels it in and scores. Great play by Harper. And Homestead would storm back to beat Vero 42-33. The Indians 0-3. Our Football Friday play of the week coming from Cardinal Newman's win over Benjamin tonight. And ensuing kickoff after a Bucs touchdown, it's Amari Sanders breaks a couple tackles and does his best Chris Brown impression. What do you mean? He's chucking up the deuces. 85-yard touchdown return for the score. Crusaders win it 34-20.
Much needed. Let's go to the scoreboard. Much needed win for Palm Beach Central against a solid Spanish River team tonight, 40-21. Sebastian River taking care of business at home over Harmony 29-7. And South Fork all over Okeechobee 43-0.
John Carroll putting up 45 points in a 45-30 win over Centennial. And Pahokee improves to 2-1 on the year with a 28-3 win over Seminole Ridge. Atlantic continues their impressive year, 43-7 win over North Miami Beach.
All right, this Saturday, college football is back on WPBF 25. First up, Arkansas, number 16. Oklahoma State, that kickoff at noon. 3:30 game, South Carolina goes on the road to play Kentucky. The nightcap, 14th ranked Tennessee at 24th ranked North Carolina State. Kickoff 7:30. I'll be at the FAU Army game tomorrow, Shane, down in Boca.
Yeah, first time those two teams are meeting. It is Military Appreciation Day at that game, so not a military in our area. We want to say thank you, even though we're playing Army. Still a lot to be thankful for when it comes to our military. As far as Football Friday, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week for week 4 of the high school football season.